I don't discriminate, guys. As long as you're attractive, as long as you can look after me, as long as you have money, as long as you got a nice personality, and you got a good dick. Yeah. As long as you bring your own to the table. I told you my expectations have changed now. No more brat man. No more being with a brat man. No more being with a guy that can't buy me a drink at the shop. No more being with a guy that can't put a clothes on my back or can't cook for me. No, we got to step it up a notch. Are you going back to Houston? No. So I told that girl she can throw away everything that she has for me since she doesn't want to give it back to me. She don't want to give me back my YouTube award, so I contacted YouTube. I'm getting a new award on YouTube, my 100 subscriber plaque. She don't want to give me back. So throw away my shoes, throw away my bags, throw away everything you got for me. The can't threaten me. Do you know who I am about you want to threaten me? Go suck your mum. So out with the old, in with the new. Trust me. Yeah, share that on WhatsApp. I told her to start selling. I said go to the thrift store and go and sell them and keep the money. Yeah. Acting like I'm pressed over shoes and bag. I can buy them back, I can get it back. It's not a problem. But don't act like a Christian. I hate a that thinks she's so holy. Acting like a Christian, acting like you're so holy when you know you're doing wrong. Suck yourself. Bro. Don't worry, my story time's coming out. Never, ever, ever, ever let a holy fool you. You can keep my plaque because you're dying for 100k subscribers. You might as well keep that. It's not hard for me to email them and say, and they're gonna send out a new one. Why my phone screen went dark? Listen, all my clothes that I came from, like my clothes, my handbags, my shoes, like who remembers like my shoes, yeah, that I bought from Primark and I had them in different colors. Remember my boots? If you remember, I did a TikTok, yeah, and on my TikTok I did these. I put my leg up and I said these thunder boots that cost £25 from Primark. I have like 4 of those, bro. I have 4 in green, nude, brown, black, having so much colors. I have bare shoes, like all my shoes, all my handbags, everything. You're gonna threaten me. Don't think you can threaten me. Are you dumb? Because I'm a when you get on my bad side, I'm very disgusting. Don't think you're gonna threaten me because I'm the same that's gonna tell you to go sell it. You think you're gonna threaten? Suck your mum, dirty girl. And keep the shoes, keep the handbag, and keep the YouTube plaque. Keep everything that you have of mine and go sell it to the thrift shop. I don't give a But don't come sit here on social media and act like you're so holy. Oh, praise God. Trust in God. Trust in your blood clot. No, it's just the facts. It's the facts. Listen, let me tell you something. I cannot stand someone that acts like they don't do wrong and that they're so perfect, that they don't make mistakes, that they worship God Monday to blood clot Sunday and they praise God 24/7 and that, you know, they're the most fearing person ever, trusting God. You understand? When you have a heart like that, off. It's just the people haven't seen the real you. But don't worry. Don't worry. And people need to just leave me alone because, like I told you lot, I'll be singing it too. I'm old when I have grey hair on my front until I'm full of grey hair on my head. I ain't paying to that woman. And y'all gonna know why. Don't worry yourself. No, she's not. My friend messaged her the other day and said, "Oh, I'm in Houston. I'm not in Houston, but I have people that's in Houston, right? And these two girls in Houston was like, oh, Ren, I can pick up your stuff for you, and we can arrange how you're gonna get them, whatever." So I said, okay, cool, whatever. This is the girl's number. They messaged her now, asked, can they come pick up my stuff, or like, can she like give them my stuff? The girl said, no, she's not doing it. Or some shit like, I'm not getting my stuff back, or some shit like that. She goes, oh, Rene's not getting her stuff back. Da, da, da. So I said to them, look, I'm not really pressed. I'm not bothered. Like, if she wants, she can keep them and go sell them to the thrift store. Like, I'm not being bothered. I don't care. Bro, I'm not being funny here, but nobody can't tell me anything. Like, I don't care what no one wants to say, yeah. From the time the card was in an overdraft and somebody was using the card, it never added up from that day. No, I don't give a f. Something is just booky as f. Like, I don't trust girls, you know. Girls are so f wicked and evil. Like, nowadays, yeah, people just want to help you to say they helped you. Nowadays, people just want to like help you because of who you are, like, and what you can do for them. Don't accept everybody's help. Let me tell you something. One thing I've learned, yeah, in all these things that I've been through the last couple months is do not accept help from every single person, because you see, God has a funny God has a funny way of showing you people. They tell you sometimes the devil will just come knocking on your blood clot door. Not everybody that helps you is for you. Not everybody that helps you has good intentions for you. Some people come into your life to help you so that you can help them. And that is what I got from the situation. The 30, you're 30 something, almost 35, yeah? And you want to be a YouTuber at 35 years old. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but you're 35 years old. You don't have a fucking chick or a chow. You live with a little 18-year-old girl, right? And you want to be a YouTuber. What a way. And you know what never made sense to me is the fact that when I was crying on the phone to her, yeah, when she reached out to me, because I told you guys I was so vulnerable. I was so vulnerable, yeah. And I was staying at my auntie's house. Obviously, it's not a secret that me and my mom have issues. Do you know what I mean? This was in December, right? I was staying at my auntie Fabulous's house, and it was the time when it was snowing. I remember very good why it was snowing, because I remember leaving the house. I don't know what I was doing. I was in so much tears. I remember crying so bad. I was crying. I put on my buffer jacket, I put on my Hug boots, and I was crying, and I walked. This was late at night time. I don't know where I was going. This is just me being honest. I didn't know where I was going. I was going for a lot with my mum, and I don't know what she did to me. Like, my mum did something to me what made me go mad. Like, I just got up out of Auntie Pat's bed, put my jacket on, put my shoes on. I was screaming in the house, shouting on the phone, and then I just left the house. And then, if you know, Auntie Pat has a daughter, right? She's like, Renee, are you okay? And then I just slammed the door, walked out, and I was just walking. I didn't care if I killed myself that day. I didn't care if I just myself. I didn't care if I cut my wrist. I didn't care. I just knew I was hurting so bad. Then I got out the house, walking. I don't know where I was walking to, but I know I was walking around in Walthamstow. That's all I know. And I was just like bare tears. And then she messaged me. She goes, Renee, you're right. Da, 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 da. And then just like that, me and her just started speaking. And I don't know why, I'm crying on the phone to her, venting to her, telling her my emotions. And then my little cousin Trishan, which is Auntie Pat's daughter, she was following me because Auntie Pat said, go and get Renee, go follow her, make sure she don't do nothing silly, go comfort her. So we was just walking. Trishan was like, Ren, do you want to just walk around and cool off your head, whatever. So I'm on the phone to, what's her name? And it's like, on the phone, you wasn't team mum. You wasn't defending my mum. You was just telling me my mum's using me and all these things. You was talking about my mum. But it's funny how I get to Houston, when the camera's on, it's, oh, don't talk about your mum like that. Like, you're changing up. You're acting different. There's multiple times when the camera was off and I said, why are you acting like that? Stop acting as if, like, your team, you know who. When these times when I was going through my with her in London, you was there telling me my mum's using me. You was there telling me how much my mum is selfish and rare. Okay, so because I'm crying and I'm venting to you, you're telling me my mum's selfish and all these things. But the moment the cameras are on and social media knows who you are, and, you know, people on YouTube know who you are because of me, you've now changed your tune. I should have knew it. That's why I say, when you're vulnerable, sometimes it's just good to just be vulnerable by yourself and go cry in your little corner by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around people when you're vulnerable, because people take advantage of you when you're vulnerable. Big man thing, like, I'm telling you, there's many times in my life I've been vulnerable and people just abuse me, just take the piss out of me because they know I'm not as stable in my head. Because if I was stable in my head and I was normal, nobody could take the piss out of me. But because I'm vulnerable and I'm depressed and I'm suicidal and I'm going through my people just want to use that again. You understand what I'm saying? You. Nah. I tell you lot, yeah. I just, like, I respect her that stays, like, I respect that if it's that, it's that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, don't change up because social media, this social media. No, bro. Like, with me, seeing what you get is what you get. I don't change how I am, because I don't give a you don't like me today or tomorrow. I'm still going to be Rene. Facts. Listen, Elizabeth, it's not even about my stuff no more, because I'm past that. I don't want my stuff no more, because I don't know if she's preyed on my stuff. I don't know if she's wished bad on me. Let me tell you something. She's 30 something, right? You met me in a life where I was very vulnerable, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it to a buck. I don't give a who's got a problem. You understand what I'm saying? When I was going through my differences with my mum, and I left my mum's house, you know, long time, you know, and I stayed at my auntie's house. That's what you don't need to understand. When I was staying at Auntie Pat's house, me and my mum been beefing. Like, me and my mum been going through our differences, you understand? So at the time, I never knew who this woman was. I never met her, never seen her, nothing. She just reached out to me. She was just willing to help me, like, and I never thought of it, like, why are you being so nice? But while I'm talking to her, she's like always telling me, oh, I need to leave my mum's house. My mum's not good for me. My mum's toxic. Rare, like, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? But then as soon as I get to Houston and me and you are like buddy, it's don't talk about your mum like that, Ren. It's, oh, you need to have some respect, because I could never disrespect my mum like that. But babe, you was in my ears when I was in London, in Walthamstow, and you was telling me. Now it's a different story, because you don't want social media to see that type of person. You, bro, I can't stand a like that. Like, and then it's, oh, Rene, make sure you come home, like, don't go Jamaica for too long. Bro, let me tell you lot something. It's because you lot didn't see how she really is. Like, she has okay, so I think it's her sister, yeah, her sister-in-law, right? Which her dad is with another woman, and that's the woman's child, right? And they live in the house together. She did some things to her sister-in-law, right? She did some really, really snaky to her sister-in-law, and she was at work one time, right? And she did some snaky in front of my face, right? So when she did what she did to the girl, I'm sitting there and I'm preening her, like, I'm thinking, you're a snake. You know when they say, yeah, when someone shows you who they are the first time, you believe them. So when I'm sitting back and I'm just watching her, yeah, that's why I said there was most times, like, there was so much things that was going on and people didn't see it, because I didn't want to go on live, and I didn't want people to see that. Do you understand what I'm saying? For them to say, oh, Rene, da, 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 da. So, like, she was sitting there now, and she did some snaky ass to her sister-in-law, and I'm sitting back now, and she's talking to the man, and I'm just looking at her like, I could never do that to my sister. I could never do that to my sister or to anybody that's my in-law, nothing. So when I came out now, she must have went to work, and I went back upstairs in her house, and the sister-in-law is there now. And the sister-in-law gets an eviction letter or whatever, saying that they had to leave, like, because they didn't pay their rent or whatever. So I'm feeling bad. I just bought my TV. So I'm feeling bad. I'm thinking, do you know what? Do you want me to sell my TV so that you lot can help pay your rent? Like, I paid her, like, when I met her, like, everybody's saying, oh, she took her phone out from me. Babe, she wanted to take out the phone because I paid off her debt. What else was I, like, what do you want me to do? I didn't force her. I didn't put a gun to her head and said, oh, you better get me this phone. No, she was in when you don't pay, I don't know what you call it when you don't pay your phone bill for a very long time, right? So she didn't pay her phone bill, right? And she was crying and saying, oh, she really wants to give her mum a phone. Like, she really wants to be able to give her mum something. So I was like, well, I need a new phone, innit? So she could end up like taking out a new phone on contract because she needed a new phone and she wanted to give her mum her old 12 so she could have a new phone or whatever. Because her mum phone was really, really bad, because she used to always speak about her mum to me all the time and say like she wished she could help her mum a bit more and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, bet, like, cool, if you take out the phone and you put the phone in your name or whatever, like, I will just pay for my bill, it's not a problem. But in order to take out the phone anyway, they wasn't going to let her take out the phone because she owed them money. So I gave her money to pay off her phone bill, with like, she owed them, not me. So I gave her money, I paid it off for her, whatever. I put money towards her rent because they was in rent arrears, they was getting evicted. It's crazy to me because when people talk about me, they never tell you the good side to me, you know. It's always Rene this, Rene that. Girl, if you're gonna talk bad about me, tell them the stuff that I did. You understand what I'm saying? I can't be a individual like that. I'm not horrible like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, it's easy for you to go on the internet and say, oh, Rene hasn't paid the rent and Rene you know goddamn blood clot why I'm not paying that rent, and till the day I die I'm not paying that rent. Nobody can blood clot tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me anything, and I do not business, because at the time I was on my Esther visa, and at the time I never had my 6 months visa, right? And you have to put in an application form for your 6 months. So when I flew to Jamaica the second time, yeah, from going to Houston, I told this blood clot girl, and I said to her, immigration stopped me, and they said to me, I keep coming to Houston frequently. What is the reason? Like, they stopped me at 4th Lauderdale, right? And I said to her, look, this American shit is not going to work out for me, because I'd rather move here when I get my 6 months visa so I can extend it to another 6 months. I don't want to come here and live here on a 3 months visa, and every time I leave, they're going to ask me bare questions. Like, I can't take it. It's too much.